guys, it's Lynn at Little Foot Nursery. I have not done a video with baby Lynn in a while. She's actually still wearing her Easter outfit. And I know this is going to seem really silly, but I was sick for a week and I did not interact with her at all, like in the last couple of weeks, because I was traveling for work and then I was sick and I just didn't want to be handling my babies a lot when I was sick. I know it sounds silly because they're just dolls and of course I'm not going to get them sick or anything like that, but you know how when you have a cold you just feel kind of gross and you just don't want any of that anywhere near your dolls. At least that's how I felt. So, but I haven't made a video with this sweetie in so long and I wanted to pick her up and just show you guys. She's so cute. And she's been wearing her Easter outfit for a while, so I feel like it's time to change her out of it. And I actually want to put her in something just very simple. And so, oh, and I'm like, where did that go? So I actually have this white onesie from Kiki Pants. It's just a plain ivory onesie. I just want to try that on her and see how it looks. And I might put something over her after she wears that. So anyway, I wanted to chat with you guys a little bit because I find myself not handling her as much because I just don't want anything to happen to this sweet girl. She's my favorite doll in the nursery. I don't think she's a doll I would ever take on an outing. just given, you know, I feel like her soft silicone is very delicate, and she's also the most expensive baby I have in my nursery, so I just don't want anything to happen to her. So, and she's just very, you know, it's just very important to me from a sentimental perspective as well. So but I figured I should at least change her outfit. It's been a little while. And I don't know if you guys feel the same way, that when you have a favorite baby that you know, are just like reluctant to like handle them as much. But that's how I felt about her a little bit. Anyway, this romper is so adorable, this Mayoral romper. I'm going to go ahead and snap it back up. And you guys can just enjoy baby Lynn in her diaper for now. But yeah, she is such a favorite of mine. She really is. And I'm so glad to finally be over my cold. I probably still every now and then have a little bit of a tickle in my throat and a little bit of remaining congestion, but for the most part I'm pretty much done with it. So anyway, this is so cute. This romper's so adorable. But I'm going to put her in this really soft, just plain onesie, and I haven't dressed her in anything like this simple in a while, so I thought it might be nice. And the weather's really starting to warm up here in Southern California, so it feels appropriate to put my baby in something that is not as warm. But so this is why I don't change her that much at all, because it is tricky. And short sleeve outfits are a lot easier to put on her than something that's like longer sleeve. But even so, this is not an easy outfit to put on her. So I almost wonder if I should have gotten like a different size, because she's preemie, but she's a little bit chubby, so she can sometimes do newborn. Yeah, this feels a little bit tight on her, but it might just be, yeah, it just needs to kind of get around the silicone, if that makes sense. Oh my gosh. She's cute in everything. This is just kind of what my conclusion about this sweet girl. She is just cute in everything. Oh my goodness. Look at you. So, anyway, I absolutely love her, and I know when I post this video, I'm sure I'm going to be getting the questions on like how much is she and stuff like that, and people have sort of asked like, why do we not talk about prices? And I think if a doll isn't for sale, you know, there really wouldn't be any reason for anybody to like just out of the blue volunteer a price. It almost seems like it's it just seems like it's not like the most polite thing to do. Oh, let me show you my beautiful doll, and by the way, she cost me X amount. Like, it just, I think social etiquette wise, it's just not done. I do think that, you know, I think a lot of people ask about prices because they're new to the hobby and they're genuinely curious about how much a doll like this would cost and things like that. I always just direct them to Andrea Arcello's website, and I just don't personally like to discuss prices. Oh, she's so cute. You guys, I have to do my thing where I like pick her up and hold her for a second. Oh my God, because she's a dream. She's such a dream. Such a dream to hold. Look how cute you are. Yes, you are so cute. So yeah, but yeah, that's the reason I don't really talk about prices. I like really want to try her in this the pink knit set, but it just feels too hot. Like, she still has not had a chance to wear this yet, but I'll just save that for like another time. And I think I'm just going to leave her in this white onesie. I think she just looks so cute. But yeah, just to talk a little bit more about like the question around prices, and I feel like people, you know, it's getting to the point where us collectors are like, here's her Lovey. This is her Jellycat bunny. That's her buddy, little buddy. So she loves this bunny. But it's gotten to the point where, like, I think a collector can't even like share, like, I think especially like on the Facebook groups, if you share like a silicone doll in your collection, everybody immediately, and even if you put in like big bold letters and all caps, not for sale, inevitably you're going to get the question, how much is she for sale? Can I buy her? Can you give her to me for free? I mean, it is just ridiculous, you guys. I mean, people, you know, this is a hobby where we're sharing the dolls in our collection, and I think a lot of people have expressed frustration, like, why can't people read the listing? Just because you see a doll doesn't mean that it's for sale, and like, just make sure you read the listing. So, and I have to admit, like, whenever I show baby Lynn, like, I absolutely love sharing her with you guys, but at the same time, I sometimes feel like I end up getting those comments in the comment section, and I admit, I'm human like everyone else. I was getting kind of annoyed, and almost to the point where I was like, oh, I don't want to show her as much, because I feel like if I show her, everybody's going to want to know like how much she is, and I'm going to get all those questions. So, and anyway, yeah, she's not for sale. She is my favorite baby in my collection. She does have there's a very similar doll available on Andrea Arcello's website. She's the Enli sculpt, and I will show you guys, pick her up and show you guys really quickly. Miss Elia, who is the Enli, and she is very similar to baby Lynn. Here, let me show her to you guys here. This is Elia. And you can see they are the same size. Baby Lynn is the softer, she's the softer silicone. Elia is EcoFlex 20. So, but you know, sculpt wise, you know, they are similar but different. Like their faces are a little bit different. The limbs and the posing of the feet, you can see, is very much the same. The main difference is like the mouth. I don't know if you guys can see that as I'm putting her there. The main difference is the mouth, and then the eyes end up being a little bit different too in terms of expression. So, the Enli is a wonderful baby. You can get her directly from Andrea Arcello, and she's still available. And all the pricing is on the website, which is just andrea-arcello.com. So that's the information. You know, and I think that, so one person, you know, had shared the reason that she was asking about prices, or asking like, why don't people share prices, is she was worried about getting ripped off when she purchases a doll. And so I think, and yeah, I could see that, because, you know, with this hobby, you know, these are works of art, and, you know, it's hard to really know what is the true value of a work of art. And she was sharing that there's somebody out there who would post pictures of a vinyl reborn that they didn't even have in their possession, basically advertising it for sale, and then quote like a really high price, and then once they get the buyer to pay them, they then turn right around and purchase it directly from the artist. And so they're almost like a middleman broker, if you will. I just think that's crazy, you guys. I mean, is that really happening in our hobby? That people are, basically, I don't think that's right. It's very misleading, and then you're really ripping off the artist and overcharging the buyer, basically. So, but yeah, that's kind of crazy that that's happening in this hobby. So I just wanted to share that with you guys. Have you guys seen that happen? And that was a reason behind why she was asking about prices. I forget which video it was of mine that I did about the prices, but anyway, and I don't mean to be like grumpy today, you guys, rant at all, but I just really feel like we should all be able to share our dolls without feeling like we have to field, all these questions about prices. I don't know if it's just me. Maybe you guys don't get this question very much. I think it should just be, the comment should just be, oh, beautiful doll. I really, and that's it. Like, or, I think I just feel like I'm always asking, having to answer the question of like, where can I get a doll like this? How much does she cost? And is she for sale? Can you give her to me for free? And it's like almost like clockwork every single time I post a video of baby Lynn. And I know, you guys, she's an amazing doll. She really, really is. She's absolutely stunning. She's my favorite baby in the nursery. She is very, very special, and there's just no way, she's not going anywhere. So I just hope that people can respect that. And yeah, but anyway, I just wanted to, hop on. I hadn't done a video with her in a while, and I know she was wearing her Easter romper. Let me actually kind of flip her to the side so you guys can see what she looks like on the back. And her hair is kind of getting a little bit curly here, but oh my goodness. Oh, she's just so stinking cute. So anyway, I did not mean to go on a little mini rant there, but I just feel like with this hobby, and it's not just, collectors that are feeling like, okay, why can't I just post a picture of my doll and not get all these people asking if it's for sale and if they can buy it or if they can have it for free. Artists, have also been posting, on Facebook that they're frustrated in trying to sell a doll, just dealing with time wasters and people who, write in and they request, all sorts of pictures, and then they end up not following through or dropping out. And that can be very frustrating for the artist. And I understand, because I've been on both sides of the coin, as both a buyer as well as an artist. Most of the dolls that I paint and sell are custom orders, and so I don't run into that quite as much. I do get sometimes inquiries where people will go back and forth, talk about kits, and people will say, hey, I'm totally interested. I definitely want to purchase, but I don't have the money right now. And then you never hear from them again. And that's okay. I mean, it happens. But, as it does definitely take a lot of time, for the artist to field, all of those questions. And I think, a lot of artists are getting frustrated that, buyers are backing out, and, and look, we all know that life happens, and sometimes financially, these are expensive dolls. And so sometimes things come up and, we can't, follow through with a purchase right then and there, or maybe the timing's just not right. And I think for me, with regards to payments, I'm pretty easygoing about it, because my policy is I don't order the kit until the doll is 50% paid for, and then once the doll is 100% paid for, I then order the I then go ahead and start painting. And once I paint, I can generally finish a doll in, usually it's 3 weeks or 4 weeks. Sometimes if I really applied myself and worked diligently, each day, I could probably get a doll done sooner. But normally between work and, other commitments, I don't paint every day. I paint more like every 2 or 3 days. And so it can take me a little bit longer. So that's how I've kind of dealt with the, as an artist, the whole situation of when do I start painting the dolls, and how do I navigate, buyers doing payment plans and stuff like that. And that makes it, that feels like the most fair way to do it, because and the reason I don't do a situation where I invoice the final balance once the baby is finished is because I don't want to be in a situation where I have like 5 extra babies sitting around waiting for their final payments. I'd much rather know all the payment is taken care of. So once I'm done painting the baby, I send the photos and I can get that baby shipped home. So so for me, on the artist side, that's kind of how I have dealt with it. That seems to work the best for me. With regards to like, with regards to the whole, being a collector and just discussion of prices, I do notice that a lot of artists will post a baby for sale on Facebook, but they don't list the price. And then collector, and this did happen to me once, where I saw a baby, I thought it was beautiful, but then when I messaged the artist, the price she quoted was a lot higher than what I wanted to pay. And so I then said, oh, thank you, that's not in my budget right now, and then kind of moved on. So I do think that it would, if it is a finished baby that's for sale, it probably can save some time by listing, if you list the price when you're listing the photos of the baby. Just makes it easier for people to know if they are interested or not. I have seen, though, that artists who do that, people don't read the listing, so people are still commenting how much and can I have it for free? I mean, I'm serious, you guys. It's like it just seems like in this community we have kind of a lack of ability to like read directions or just read the listing. For goodness sake, just read the listing. It would really avoid a lot of frustration on both parties. And I think some artists are getting frustrated enough that they're just like, I don't even know if I want to be a part of this community anymore, because the process of selling is so stressful. And I think the buyers feel that way, that, gosh, the process of buying is so stressful. And, maybe I don't want to be a part of this community anymore, so I do feel like I hear this from both buyers and sellers. So I don't know. I mean, and I've experienced it myself, so I get it. Like, these dolls are not mass produced, and I think because of that, it is a whole, there's a lot that goes into acquiring one of these works of art. And especially with silicone, there aren't that many silicone dolls. It can be very hard to acquire one directly from the artist. Oh my goodness, I love her. Hey. Sorry guys. She's just the sweetest. And I just love her, holding her little lovey. That's just adorable. So anyway, guys, I don't mean to kind of go off and I'm truly, like, honestly, like, I'm kind of used to it by now. So if you do end up asking me how much, or is she for sale, or can you have her, I think I'm getting used to those comments. It just seems like it's bound to happen. And I did not mean to go on a mini rant here, but I don't know. It just did kind of get to the point where I was like, okay, if I show a video of baby Lynn, I'm going to get all these questions, and I'm going to field and answer all these questions. And it does kind of sometimes take away from, your enjoyment of the doll, to feel like, it's almost like the mob pounces or something, when you show a certain baby. So I don't know. It's really not that bad. I think I'm just tired today, and I just got over this terrible cold. And so, but yeah, I wanted to show you guys baby Lynn. She is just my absolute darling here. And I also want to show you guys something special of hers, which I will reveal in my next video. So anyway, thanks so much for watching, and let me know what you think about, sharing prices, about being a buyer, being a seller of reborns and silicones, and what you guys have observed in the community, and how can we make this a better experience in general for both buyers and sellers. Because I think buyers feel frustrated, and I've shared this before, when it feels like it's so hard to acquire a silicone baby now, and we have to do an auction for every single doll that we're interested in, and it's so much harder now to buy from the artist. And and then it's such a big purchase that you want to feel like you can ask a lot of questions and ask to see photos and things like that. But yeah, but from a seller's perspective, imagine if they have, say, 10 or 15 people inquiring and asking to see photos, and it's so time consuming responding to everybody and responding to people who inquire about a custom order but then never follow through. So I really see it being, you know, a challenge for both the buyer and the seller. And I, since I'm a collector as well as an artist, I definitely sympathize with both parties. I really do, because this is a, you know, these are high dollar value collectibles, and a lot of emotions can be at stake too, because these are lifelike baby dolls, and I think they tug at our hearts more so than if we were just buying like a rare baseball card, for example. I don't know, maybe a baseball card collector would disagree with me, but I think because these are lifelike dolls, we do think of them differently. I think we just do. I think that's just normal. So, so anyway, I just wanted to hop on and do, you know, kind of a chat video with you guys. You know, let me know what you think about this topic, and I and you know, and I promise I won't get mad at you if you if you ask me one of those questions. I might find it a little bit annoying, but I will just chalk it up to, you know, just being new to the hobby, or you're just playing a joke on me. So anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. Baby Lynn says bye, and bye to her aunties. And let me pick up this little girl one more time and just show you guys how she moves. You can see her head just really flops back really naturally, and she can turn her head from side to side. But yeah, she has no armatures. She's completely just all one piece. She's very flexible. She's very, very cuddly. Anyway, so I'm going to shoot another video and show you guys her special item that she has. So, all right, guys, see you later.